Welcome back to AFAC's number one stop to entertainment and trending news. Now, there's no way to convince netizens right now that polygamy can work. Muigai Njoroge and his wives were the epitome of polygamy can be successful, from going on dates together, celebrating Valentine's Day with his wives. But the truth is, as netizens were just surprised and wondering how this is working, and others praising them, behind the scenes things were not so rosy as they seemed on social media. No one's heart is made of steel, and as much as maybe the first wife might want to continue to fight for her marriage, it is just impossible. And that was evident even from the reactions from netizens as they learned that Muigai Njoroge's first wife has officially checked out of that marriage. As you can see, the fact that this was the best example of polygamous works, mtu asiwai nisikiza, the second wives will always be asunder, as the Bible says. Peace, hakuna marriage ya watu watatu, the best decision she ever made for her peace of mind. Now, speaking of peace of mind, we'll be getting to that because Stacy, the second wife, seemed to have been making fun of the first wife who decided to choose her peace and walk out of this marriage. Someone else said, and it can't work however much people pretend. Hug sana mom, you are strong. And somebody also says, my church told whenever a man brings a second wife, amefungua caravan ya urogi. I'm yet to understand what it meant. I have been waiting for this cause madharau imekuwa na huyo mwanamume. Life begins at 14 Jerry. Go, go, go. And someone also shared, the moment a man brings a second one means you aren't good enough for him, and exiting is the right decision. Self-respect muhimu. So it is clear to netizens that the moment another person has been introduced to your marriage, then there is no love anymore. Perhaps it's just a marination of you not being kicked out. So you continue to stay there as they move on. Someone says, now that they have separated and Muigai has said that he must marry two wives, is it that he'll have to marry another still? And that this is also something that many people were questioning. Will Stacy really be the only wife? Or she should brace herself, the same thing that has happened to the first wife will be happening to her soon. Someone says the agenda of a second wife is not to share but to push the first wife out through bitterness, anger, and emotional manipulation. And someone says one can't serve two masters. So let's get back to first wife Gladys Njeri. And she actually shared she really fought for this polygamous marriage, and she had actually even reached out to her co-wife Queen Stacy at one point in time, asking her to come back because she was willing to accept this union. But eventually it just did not work.
Not anymore. We tried. I don't want to blame anyone. We tried. Now, that is the saddest thing because it never worked.
It is very evident why it never worked, as Gladys Njeri opened up on the struggles that she faced as Muigai Njoroge moved in with his second wife. And that was after 9 years into their marriage. Njeri was left alone with her 3 children and drowned in alcoholism. She said she fell into alcoholism, and for about 2 years she would drink every day and sometimes overnight to deal with that pain. Njeri also shared that at that time she was so broke, so bitter, she hated men, she even contemplated unaliving herself. To make matters worse, at this particular time she also lost her car to her co-wife. It actually took her 5 years where she was able to come to a point where she could cope and accept the situation. However, she noted that she does not appreciate how she handled the situation itself. She decided to restart her faith journey, started going to church, revived her music career, and at some point there, she resorted to alcoholism, and that is after her husband sang a song dedicated to the second wife dubbed Remain My Friend Forever. After some time, she tried to heal her heart and they reconciled with her husband. Then they conducted their traditional wedding. Muigai also dedicated a song to her where he can be heard singing, I delayed marrying you first, but I'm dedicated to becoming your last lover. Later, Njeri gave birth to their 4th-born daughter named after her mother. But the biggest issue was that they would reconcile but never talk about their issues. These were always swept under the rug. She actually shared that it's so unfortunate that they never discussed anything. She never got a chance to speak up on all the pain that he had caused her. She also noted that Queen Stacy at some time had relocated abroad, but she decided to ask her to return and work on their polygamous marriage because that is how much she wanted this marriage or union to work. The reason why she had called her to relocate back to Kenya was to help salvage the marriage because Muigai had taken all the children to live with them. So she was at a point where she has no otherwise but to accept this woman so that she can have her family. And there she shared that there were a lot of things that were done behind the scene, her trying to make this work, but it just could not work. They did their best, and at this moment she is no longer in that marriage. She is out. She is not Muigai's wife. Basically, she chose her peace and she decided to move out. But what netizens noted was how Stacy was making a mock of this situation. The fact that the first wife has left doesn't mean that you did not cause her pain. And the fact that she goes on social media and makes a mock of this situation made netizens very angry, letting her know that maybe she will get a taste of her own medicine. A man who brings another woman into his marriage can still bring another woman while you are with him. And this is what Queen Stacy had shared. Congratulations, babes, for walking away from toxic marriage. Peace is paramount. And you can see the laughing emojis. So as she is celebrating the peace that they are having right now, her husband also decides to rain on anyone who suggests that he should fight for his first wife because this is the woman who was there for him when he had absolutely nothing, when he was building himself up. The empire that he has built was built with the first wife, and therefore she deserves respect because probably Stacy will not have been there for you when you're starting from the ground up. And there have been several photos on social media of Gladys Njoroge with her husband Muigai Njoroge when they are starting from the bottom, no money, no fame, nothing. And therefore you would expect her to enjoy the hard work and struggle that they have gone through over the years and enjoy the success that he has right now. So someone says this lady supported Muigai in music so much that everyone like me were looking on how we can have supportive wife like him. You invest with someone through a lot of sacrifice, then another lady comes to enjoy your sweat. Then Muigai Njoroge responded in vernacular, stating, now marry her so that she can compose songs and make you rich. Now that savage response left many netizens in shock as to just how Muigai Njoroge and his second wife Stacy are just throwing words around. They have no consideration to Gladys Njoroge's feelings, and perhaps that just shows what she was going through behind the scene and why she couldn't take it anymore and decided to choose her peace and leave. Will it be a really peaceful and successful marriage now that she is gone? Or perhaps, as some netizens are saying, their time is coming? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. You're up to date. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will be the first to be notified once of any new updates. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.